Why are Yoruba always the problem of Nigeria? By Bola, Bolawole, announced to the news in full. And it came to pass, when Ahab saw Elijah, that Ahab said unto him, Art thou he that troubleth Israel? And he answered, I have not troubled Israel, but thou and thy father's house. 1 Kings 18:17-18. There are occasions when a writer sets out to write one thing but ends up writing another. For me, this is one of such occasions. I have had many in the past though. This time around, I set out to write on Kemi Badenoch's differentiation between her being in Nigeria and her Yoruba ancestry, and the title I quickly scribbled down was Which is Higher, Ethnic Identity or Nigerian Nationality? The ruling All Progressives Congress chieftain and CEO of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri started it all when she disclosed that the newly elected UK Conservative Party leader, Mrs. Kemi Badenoch, snubbed her when she made efforts to congratulate and identify with her on the landmark achievement of being the first black person and ostensibly Nigerian to be so elected. The floodgate of reaction that followed was varied. Some scolded Abike while others lambasted Kemi. In response, Badenoch justified her action, saying she was not ready to do Nigeria's payout, meaning she did not want Nigeria to piggyback on her to whitewash its stained linen on a fantastically corrupt country. As a former British Prime Minister, David Cameron had described her right to the face of former President Muhammadu Buhari, who was too dumbfounded and subdued to fight back. Nigeria, being a country of one scandal 1 week, everyone thought the matter had died down, thanks to Delivery Rotimi vs. Chief Afebiola Tango, until the Vice President Kashim Shettima chose to stir the hornet's nest again, as he lambasted the British leader of opposition for denigrating her Nigerian identity, sarcastically advising her to renounce her name, Kemi. At that point, the tango became high profile. It also became more interesting, but it was a most unwise thing for Shettima to have done. The spat from the Nigerian side should have been left at the lower level of Abike Dabiri. Jumping into the fray diminishes the person and office of the country's number. Two citizens, did Shettima consider the dignity of his office? Again, the question of what level of training in diplomatic etiquette our leaders get comes to the fore. One such diplomatic gift that has refused to go away but appears to have snowballed into the splintering of the ECOWAS and the collateral damage of the Lokarawa terrorist threat in Nigeria itself was a hasty and scantily considered decision taken on the co-leaders of the Niger Republic. Don't we have seasoned professional diplomats anymore, or is it that our leaders don't listen to the robust and informed advice? Badenoch's response to Shettima was more dangerous and damaging than the one she offered Abike Dabiri. She minced no words, and she emphasized her preference for her Yoruba ancestry, adding, to boot, that she had no affinity with what she described as a knot whacked by Islamism and Boko Haram ideology. Mrs. Badenoch's full name was Olukemi Olofunto Badenoch, nee Adegoke. She bears no English name. She is proudly and unapologetically Yoruba. She has no Nigerian name to renounce. If I may add, there are no Nigerian names, Abio, anyway, but they are English, Arabic, Yoruba, Igbo, Efik, Ijo, Tiv, Igala, Hausa, etc. names. Are there even Nigerians in the real sense of the word? I doubt if they are. What we have are people pretending, aping or hoping to be one, but they are Fulani, Hausa, Tiv, Idoma, Igbo, Yoruba, Ijo, etc. all cohabiting in the space or geographical expression called Nigeria, Abio, so named by British colonialists. Exactly. And this person is saying she doesn't want to associate with Nigeria. She's a Yoruba person. They are saying she should denounce her name. In Libya in 1989, on the ticket of Pascal Bafiu NLC for the Organization of African Trade Union Unity, OATUU conference, we met the leaders of the Benin Republic delegation, who was delighted to hear that we were Yoruba from Nigeria. Immediately, the language barrier between him and those of us who were Yoruba evaporated. Benin Republic, colonized by the French, speaks French, while Nigeria, colonized by the British, speaks English. The moment he asked us if we understood Anago, which is what the Yoruba in the French-speaking West African countries call Yoruba, and we replied in the affirmative, we began to flow in the Yoruba language. He was Yoruba from Benin Republic while we were Yoruba from Nigeria. Oh, so you see there's Yoruba in Benin Republic and there's Yoruba in Nigeria. Eh? Somebody colonized us and we started speaking their language. And we will say, even footballers, Ronaldo, if he wants to speak, he speaks in his language. But if people say he's English or he's English, people that cannot speak English, you'll be mocking them. You'll be saying this and that. It's rubbish. All across the West Coast, where there is a large population of Yoruba and Nago, people that is how it is. In Europe as well, I met people who never stepped a foot into Nigeria, but who describe themselves as Yoruba from Cuba or Brazil or Jamaica. If you think Yoruba are the only Nigerians with this tribal mentality or ethnic consciousness, you are wrong. Yes, so it spreads across. There is no Nigeria in the real sense of the word. The Nigerian nationality remains at best a wish, a desire, or mere wishful thinking. Efforts, if any, to merge the various ethnic groups that inhabit the space called Nigeria into a nation have so far ended in calamitous failure. Taking a cue from Buhari, and why not? It would be unrealistic of Shettima to expect the average Yoruba person, proud of his or her Yoruba ancestry, just like Olukemi Olutoyin Badnoch, Ni Adegoke, is proud of us, so far behind the VP in his snide remarks about this illustrious daughter of Yoruba land. Take note that she is our daughter, and we shall make our stand with her in our millions, yes, because she did not lie in whatever it is that she said. She said the truth, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, though, she said the truth. What is in the DNA of the Yoruba that makes them selfless warriors for the common good, regardless of whose ox is God, and not minding the danger to self, making someone to ask, why are you people, the Yoruba, always the problem of Nigeria? And I cannot claim to have the answer. It is in the water that our ancestors drank, and which has been passed on from generations unto generations. Or will the answer be found in our Omoluabi ethos? One thing is certain. Though Nigeria is not likely to enjoy respite until the troublers of the virtues and principles that the Yoruba hold dear cease their invidious activities, I need help. Are you wondering what help? Yes, because it is very much unlike me. 68-year-old Anthony Isadel Hoime suffers from a heart condition and needs to urgently go for surgery. Okay, this is another thing. Entirely, this is another story. Okay, he said, one thing is certain, though Nigeria is not likely to enjoy respite until the troublers of the virtues and principles that the Yoruba hold dear cease their invidious activities. Yes, so she's a Yoruba person. We have Yorubas in Benin Republic. We have Yorubas everywhere in the country. So you cannot say, she's denying Nigeria. No, Nigerians was given to us by the British that colonized us. We are not Nigerians. I'm a Yoruba person. An Igbo person is an Igbo person. Somebody from the thief is a thief person. So people should leave us alone. And let's let me speak our truth, I beg, and say something else. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.